We are live.
We are live. Welcome, welcome, guys. It is 9 o'clock on a Tuesday night. And why would we be coming to you at 9 o'clock on a Tuesday night? I have no other way to say it, but then we've hooked a whale. What is happening in the last few weeks is so ginormous. It's difficult to grasp, and we're going to tell you a little bit about it tonight. We're going to tell you about the inner workings, and I want to say welcome to the team. We have a lot of our team here, and welcome to visitors. And if you are visiting, I want to introduce you to a couple of guys who are legends in the industry. And I have had the opportunity to meet these guys and become friends and learn some things about them on the outside of business. And hands down, these are a couple of the guys that you can, when they say it, you can take it to the bank. And more than the multiple seven figures that they've been able to generate in the industry, I've noticed a heart for helping their team succeed, and they do a really, really good job of that. It's difficult to grasp, and we're going to tell you a little bit about it tonight. We're going to tell you about the inner workings, and I want to say welcome. So,
who gets to put $5 in the jar? That happens to somebody every week.
I didn't even know I had that open. It was open from an hour ago when I sent that email out to my list. So welcome to my list, my guys. And so anyway, without further ado, I want you to make welcome with an applause that we can't hear, Mr. John Lavinia.
Hey, John Lavinia is here. You know what's funny about that feedback loop, because you got the broadcast open at the same time when you're hosting. We've all done it at least once or twice. Now, I know a lot of people think that I'm just absolutely perfect, and I'm not here to deny that. But you know what? When it comes to technology, you do not have to be an expert to make a pile of money in the home business world, especially with what we're going to be showing you here tonight. So for the benefit of anybody who doesn't know me or our co-hosts here, that was Jonathan Case, great guy from the South. We got another Southerner here, Mr. Tony Rush, who's going to be delivering the goods as well. And here's the real bottom line: we're all excited beyond like sleep and food at this point. Like we miss meals and stuff because of what you're about to see here tonight. If you're not familiar with my work, I've been around the home business profession full time, successfully for well over a decade, but you know, longer than that unsuccessfully. But made a few $1 million, which is cool. I've published some books. I've spoken all over the world, and I've never seen anything like what we've got here after over a decade of actually having success. So it's one thing to be like, well, you know, now we finally got the Holy Grail, even though we failed at everything before. Well, I haven't failed at everything before, and I'm here to tell you we got the Holy Grail. When I saw, just about a month ago at this point, when I saw for the first time what you're about to see, the message that was delivered to me, or the context in which it was delivered, was today is the last day you ever worry about money. Okay, talking to the few of us that were there in the room. A lot of us weren't worried about money anyway, but there are a lot of people who have worked really hard in the home business world who still haven't gotten the traction that they're looking for. And when I heard that, I was like, you know what, I've heard a lot of hype before. I'm not a hype guy, and I'm not here to give you hype tonight, but I am here to tell you that when you understand what we're about to show you, tonight is the night you'll look back and say, I'm never worrying about money again. Making money is one of the easiest things in the world to do. When you see what we've got, when you see why everybody who sees this says yes. I know that's incredibly bold and wild, okay? But when we show you what we're offering to the customer, and then what's in it for people like us, entrepreneurs, okay, business builders, marketers, tech people, non-tech people, SEO, salespeople, etc., you're going to see why we've brought in, it's about 750 grand in business, with no marketing. I mean, we haven't done anything. We don't even have a proper sales video. So if you're looking for like dazzling graphics and stuff, we don't have that here for you tonight. This is just data for people who want to make a pile of money. I wouldn't be here if there wasn't at least $10 million on the table for me and for people who are also looking around with us each. Okay, $10 million each within the next 18 to 24 months. That's how big this is. Okay, I've never made that amount of money in this short a period of time, but that is certainly a realistic projection. Having said that, let me just introduce, let's go south now, okay? I'm the Italian guy from New Jersey, although I live in Park City, Utah now. But let's go south to Dothan, Alabama, and we're going to be hearing from Tony Rush here tonight. So before we get into content, Tony, who are you, and why should we listen to you?
Other than the fact that I've got this incredibly sexy Southern accent, you know what, John? It's funny what you just said a minute ago, because one of the things that stood out to me when I first looked at this was also that same catchphrase. Um, this is just something. This is an idea that everybody says yes to, which is remarkable. I've been in this industry. Good Lord, I think I got involved in the whole, hey, let me figure out how to quit my job and make money from home in the 90s. And I will share this with you. I have been in the right place at the right time exactly 2 times in my career, and both times I made millions. Um, and I'll be honest with you guys. You guys don't know me, but I live in Dothan, Alabama. I'm married. My wife Jessica and I've been married for 15 years. We have 3 sons. We also operate a nonprofit children's theater here in Dothan. Making money from home was what I had to do to live the vision. Right? I don't have time to go work for somebody else. So for a long time, I knew I had to work from home. I knew I had to have control of what I made. I didn't want to have to, work for somebody else or be told when to go to the bathroom or when to go to lunch. I needed to live life on my own terms, and I know a lot of you can relate to that. And like a lot of you, I spun my wheels for years, right? Trying to figure out which end was up. Why is it so hard to make money from home? And one of the things that I found, and this was an enlightening thing, but it was also a little bit frustrating. One of the things that I found is that sometimes you just don't have all the pieces of the puzzle on the table at the same time. You ever felt like that? And it's a little frustrating when you realize that the game was sort of like, if you had done everything perfectly, you might still not have been as successful as you deserve to be, because maybe the company had the right pay plan and the right product, but they didn't have the right training. They didn't have systems. Or they had a great system, but they had a product that nobody wanted. Or you might have, a great product and a great system, but you're not able to make what you deserve to make. And exactly 2 times in my life, I've been in the right place at the right time, where we had the right product being aimed at the right marketplace with the right pay plan. And let me tell you something. When I figured this out, a handful of things to do that would allow me to get from where I was to where I wanted to go, I went from $0 to $15,000 a month in less than 30 days. I had my first $62,000 a month within about 6 or maybe 7 months into that business. From there, I went to $75,000 a month, and I was in a business where I was making $110,000 a month. Now you're talking to the former bookstore clerk from Walden Books in Asheboro, North Carolina. Okay, I didn't go to college. I didn't get a master's degree in business. I'm a guy just like you who just one day decided I have got to learn to become wealthy, and I want to do it from home. But let me tell you this: when I saw this business, I put a business where I was I'd made $2.5 million in about 2.5 years. I basically said, you know what? What we're going to talk about tonight is something that demands my attention, because it has all the elements that you look for when you're looking for that perfect storm. You're looking for all the conditions to be right, the right place, right time, right message. So let's get into what we're talking about. And by the way, I'll share this with you. I saw this for the first time just a few weeks ago, and my friend John said, "Hey, you got to look at this." And I don't look at anything. For 2.5 years, I've not joined anything. I am Mr. I don't look at anything. I don't join anything. But John, my friend, said, "I know that, but you have to look at this. This is we're talking 8 figures here." And I looked and I got excited at what you're about to see. It's exciting, and in the last few weeks, I've seen things come together in a way that I've just never seen before in this industry. So if you're finally ready to have all the pieces of the puzzle on the table at the same time, you're going to like what you're about to see. So, John, that's who I am, where I'm coming from. Let me turn it back over to you and let you kind of introduce. You've talked with the founder. You know a little bit about the vision of the founder. Let's lay this out a little bit and dissect it so everybody can see what we're looking at.
Okay. Let's do that. And so let me start with the story. Okay, so here's the ultra brief story of an ultra brief event. It was just a few weeks ago. I got a phone call from some people who know me. They know my history. They know what I've done in the home business world on the direct sales side, not so much on the tech side. and they said, you've got a plane ticket. Come meet us in San Diego tomorrow morning. Your plane leaves at 8 in the morning, and we've got your hotel room and everything all set for you. I said, well, what's this about? Hey, I'm busy. I got a bunch of businesses I'm running here. I'm a busy guy. They said, well, you're going to have to sign 2 NDAs and do a video NDA. We're going to be meeting with several multimillionaires and a billionaire who's flying in from Europe. Can you meet us in the morning? And I said, sure. Let me just drop everything and let's go to San Diego, right? There's palm trees there. It's all, very nice. So I show up the next morning, go into this room. There's about 100 of us. Okay, now picture this. About a third of the room is tech people, SEO guys. That means search engine optimization. If you're new to like online marketing, that means when you go to Google and you type whatever you type to search a term, these are the guys that know how to make the right things show up, the things that you need to see, right? This is search engine optimization. I met people there, that's their whole life. All they do is type on computers and manipulate search engine rankings and this sort of stuff, okay? Not my bag, but it's their bag, okay? About a third of the room were affiliate marketers, cost per acquisition, CPA marketers, funnel creators, video guys, and gals, right? And they do affiliate offers. They create, like sales pitches online, things like that. And then a third of the room were salespeople, offline marketers, team builders, some networkers, some MLM type people. So this was the variety. This was the variety of people, the talent that was gathered in this room. There's about 100 of us in total to hear about how we're going to essentially create world domination online with this idea, this project, this thing that's coming to America like people have never seen before. After we got done screaming and yelling about how much we hate MLM and home-based business and all the problems of home-based business and the problems of internet marketing and technology, the whole room was like, oh my goodness, we're in. Let's do this. Let's do it together. Like a pack of wolves, let's just go out there and conquer. On the tech side, which I'm going to show you at the end, so as we get towards the end, I'm going to show you what's in it for even if you're not technical, what's in it for you as you partner with this group that's been coming together over the last few weeks. It's big. It's a big deal, okay? Especially for people who've never had success online before. This is a really big deal. But what we looked at is how can we combine all these talents into a thing that's going to create instant traction for people here in the North American market and put a company on the map that already has traction in other countries and other markets, but who will at any cost do whatever it takes to take the largest consumer market in the world, which of course is the United States market and other westernized markets out there in the world. So that's what you're going to see here tonight. The main guy who put this whole meeting together is named Matt Trainer. Okay, now if you're familiar with Matt, you know he's the secret weapon of guys like Frank Kern and John Asseroff, the author, and a lot of the big like celebrity names in online marketing and stuff like that. Matt's the guy behind the scenes that does the search engine stuff. Okay, he knows content marketing better than anybody. He showed me stuff that I've never seen in my life. I mean, how to get a lead for 1 penny. Okay, and in some cases, people want to buy that lead for dollars and dollars and dollars, multiple dollars, right? So we're talking about mega profitability. Here's a guy who makes over 100,000 a week just doing SEO work. He doesn't talk to customers, okay? That's not his bag, okay? That's why they fly people like me in, right? But he knows that world better than anybody. He said, we take what he knows and we put it together with this business model, which a lot of people know as network marketing, and we're going to make, he's estimating, in the billion range plus, okay? So how do we monetize this? That's the big question. What do we do to make money for everybody with something that people can't resist but say yes to? I'm talking about the public. I'm talking about if you've been in network marketing and you've been trying to pitch your jungle juice to Aunt Marge and get her on auto ship, and 90+% of the people say no to that deal because you're asking them to take money out of their pocket and allocate money for things that they didn't know existed before you drag them to the hotel meeting. All of that's gone. All of that's out the window. And after we all got done acknowledging how awful most network marketing is, we saw how this was different. We saw how this was the reverse of all that. The company that put this whole business system in place is called Doobly. And I'm going to share my screen here with you. So if you guys would just let me know when you can actually see my screen, that would be great. And can you see my screen?
Yes.
Very good. So this is the company. Company's called Doobly. They've been around since 2003. They are a publicly traded company on the OTC market. They were started by a guy named Michael Hansen, who was the billionaire in attendance that day when I was flown out to that private meeting in San Diego. Got to talk with Michael about what the vision is for all this. This company, I had heard about this company back in 2009. When there was a lot of people in one of the markets that I've been very successful in is the Australian market, Australia, New Zealand. We've done a lot of work there, seminars and direct sales kind of stuff. And I noticed that a lot of people in those markets were joining a company called Doobly. Now, at that time, the company was a few years old. They were, I guess, dabbling or ultimately failing in the reverse auction and some online auction kind of stuff. Completely different business model than what they've got now. But bottom line, it didn't work out. Okay, so they had to restructure themselves. They lost a bunch of money, big disaster. It's no secret at this point. The company had to reinvent themselves. They basically kept nothing but the name, and I think maybe the mascot. Maybe I'll get a chance to show you the silly little mascot they have. But besides all that, brand new company, and it's based on cash back for consumers on stuff they're already buying from stores they're already going to, and they just get money basically for free. So you could literally, with this offer, think about this in contrast to typical network marketing, direct sales, MLM, whatever. With this offer, not only is the internet your friend, whereas in most network marketing it's not, right? The internet's not your friend, but in this case, the internet's your friend because people want to shop online anyway. I don't think the internet's a fad. I think it's going to be here to stay, right? But also, as opposed to telling people to take money out of their pocket to buy something new, you're saying, don't change a thing. In fact, you can walk into a room of people anywhere on the globe and say, look, I can guarantee you that I can make you money online starting right now today, and it does not have to cost you 1 cent out of your pocket. So again, to my original point, this is something that everybody says yes to. I mean, who would say no? Somebody who maybe needs counseling or something. I don't know, but it's dangerously close to perfect. So how does this work? Here's the site. This is the customer portal. This is what the customer sees. Now we're going to show you the biz ops side of it in a minute, but for most people, they don't even know that making money with the business even exists. Okay, all they know is Doobly. Well, right now in America, they don't even know that. They don't know nothing, right? So hence this whole project. So here's Doobly.com, and as you can see here at top, there's a variety of countries that they're already setting up what's called shopping malls in, and then there's all these international portals as well. But here's what this is. Take a look at this. Get paid to travel, get paid to shop, coupons and deals, right? What is this? This appeals to the consumer. This is something where people are going to, look, big graphics, nice pictures, and I could sign up for free, right? What is this all about? How cashback works at Doobly. You sign up, that takes 10 seconds, you shop just like you normally do, and I'll demonstrate that here in a second, and you get cash back. That's it. Don't change a thing. Don't change your buying habits. Just let us give you money. Why does this work? This works because we're not walking into stores and saying, pay for employees and light bulbs and real estate. We're saying, let's just order online. We're going to save the merchants money, and I'm going to show you a few of these merchants here in a minute. I have a hunch that you've heard of a few of them. But we're just saying, just do what you're normally doing, and we're going to give you cash back. Now, you can get more cash back if you're upgraded to what's called a VIP. I'll show you what that is here in a minute. But just on the travel side, look at just a handful, what they can fit on the first page here. There's thousands, by the way. Priceline, ever heard of that? Hotwire, Hotels.com. This is where people are going to book their hotels, their rental cars, their plane tickets. They're going there anyway. Okay, and I'm going to show you how this all comes together with our technology and our marketing here towards the end. Shopping mall deals. Ever heard of this company, right? JCPenney, they're apparently still kicking, right? Overstock, Heels.com, what is that? Shoes? Look at this, 17%. For a VIP, 11% for a free member. So when I looked at this, I was thinking, well, it's got to be something with a good amount of money for the customer. I mean, I've seen the 1%, 2% cashback programs before. That's not what we're talking about here. I mean, 7.9% at Macy's. Nordstrom, come on, 9.2%. So we're talking about significant money for people that like to shop online. I know my wife is extremely enthusiastic. How much cash back can you earn this year, Mr. and Mrs. Customer? Well, if we just look at these small amounts here, let's lower this down, right? Utilities, that could be what? Phones, finance, insurance, State Farm is in here, AT&T, right? Shopping, what do we got here? We've got computers, Apple's in here, Mac Mall. We've got, my goodness, we've got Starbucks is in on this deal, travel, we got all the flights, hotels, etc. We just lower these numbers down to, say, a quarter of their value on average for a typical family. A free member is going to get $260. A premium member, $485, and a VIP, $598. You see where this is going? Now you can sign up for free right here, Mr. and Mrs. Customer, or for a mere $5 a month, you can get more cash back. Or for a grand total of $99 a year, just like your Costco membership or whatever you buyers clubs and what have you, you're getting the maximum cash back, and you get your own Doobly prepaid debit card. You get that here too for the $5 deal. Plus you get this customer referral program. What's that? You can refer a friend. Right here, earn cash, refer a friend, and get a $20 kickback, just like you were sending somebody to DirecTV to get their cable TV on their electronic income reducer box, right? So they've got the whole package here. Let's look inside this mall real quick. Just real quick. We're going to go take a look at travel. Here are some of the travel partners. Here's Radisson, right? Here's Expedia. Travelocity's in here, et cetera, et cetera. Here's coupons, which at this point is a new feature where they're going to be creating profiles where you can get the deals on the stuff you like the most. Right? Now, once again, you're a free member, here's 8%. Premium 12, VIP 14. It pays to upgrade. How about this shopping mall? Now, I'm in the USA Mall right now, but let's take a look at this. Pet Care. Anybody heard of this company right here? They do a few dollars a year in sales. Okay, Banana Republic. I mentioned Apple. Let's take a look. Here we go. 7% on an Apple product. Apple doesn't hand out money to people. This is for being a part of this network, this buyer's network, if you will. And you can get 1% back just for showing up. You can get 5 or 7% back if you want to participate in the premium memberships, right? So have I made my point? Now, how does this work for the customer so it's completely transparent? Let me pull up another browser here. I'll go to Firefox. Here's Google. And let's say, Tony or Jonathan, I'm shopping today. I want to buy something. What is that something? Help me buy something here. What am I shopping for?
Let's look up Nike shoes.
Okay, so Nike, look at that, Nike shoes. I don't even have to type. Google already knows what I want. Okay, so what's happening here? I am on Google. I'm not on Doobly anymore. I'm on Google, and what do I see here? Doobly pops up, the toolbar pops up and says, oh, look, you can go to the Nike store and get 2.5%, or you can upgrade right now, see this, upgrade your membership and get 6.5 or 8.5% as a VIP. Or you can just go to the store and go ahead and click that, and then the toolbar should pop up here, and it should say, and by the way, this is the toolbar right here. You see this little D with the dot, the red dot under it, and where it says activate cashback,
yeah,
get 8.5%. Can you see that?
Can't quite see where you're pointing with your mouse. You're in the upper right-hand corner of your browser.
Top right. Let me go ahead and grab my ultimate pen here, and so right here. Okay, right there. If you could see that. Okay, so here I am. There's the toolbar just popped up and said, hey, get 8.5%. Click activate. Watch what happens. Watch the top right here. That's going to light up green. Any second now.
This is brilliant. While that's coming up, this is brilliant. Right. You're at Nike.com. You're not at Doobly.
That's correct. All I did was load the toolbar, and now you can see up top there the little green guy is active. Okay.
Yeah, turn green.
When I switch to Ultimate Pen, it grays out the window. So I'll just go back to that. So anyway, now you can see that is active. This is collecting cash for me. I'm the customer now, and I'm buying my shoes. And then the cash goes into my my cash back wallet. And again, I'm only in this deal a couple weeks, but let's take a look. Oh, here's some special deals I can get. Oh, look, this store here is giving me 13.8%. Right, that's cool. My account. Oh, I've already gotten $34.76 cash back. And pending goes to earned. You know, after it matures, it takes a few days or whatever. And then membership cash back, because I'm a VIP member, there's another $53 there. I practically got my money back already on this big $100 a year thing that I bought, right? And I still got 50 more weeks to use it, right? So this is this is what the customer sees. That's it. That's the whole customer experience. And I can refer a friend, hey Bob, hey Sally, check out Doobly, and if they upgrade to VIP, I get a $20 kickback. Hooray. Hooray. Now, we're going to move over into the business side of it, but while I've got this up, let me pass the mic to Tony and Jonathan. Tony, you've also loaded the toolbar, and you were shopping for something. Can you just maybe show us or tell us what's happening with your customer account? Not business, just customer at this point.
Yeah, this just came in. Can you see my screen, John?
Let me pull up. Where the hell am I? I got too many windows open. Hold on. Let me kill screen share. And yes, I can.
I'm in my Gmail, so you guys can see this started. This was 7:16 p.m. and I'm on Central Time, so that was a little over an hour ago. So this is an example. This is a customer notification. Okay, this is not anything to do with the business, the network marketing side, but this is congratulations. Here's somebody DeGrasse, maybe it's Neil deGrasse Tyson, who knows? S.E. DeGrasse became a Doobly VIP member, and I earned a $20 referral. So all that means, guys, I have a little $5 ad running on Facebook right now. And all that happens is that somebody clicked that, they saw a demonstration of this toolbar and how they get cash back for free. They signed up, got a free account, downloaded the toolbar, and then they decided, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and get this $99 VIP upgrade because I'll save much more money. Plus, they'll be able to get $20 referrals as well. And I've got an echo here if one of you guys can mute up. But this, you guys can maybe see that. That's a nice $20 commission that just came in, totally passive income. Imagine getting 5 of these a day. That's a $100 bill that you've got coming in every single day from the customer side, okay? Now, we hadn't even talked about network marketing yet, but the other thing is I'm also going to earn a tiny little bit of what this person saves online. Now, I'll just add one more thing real quick, and then I'll pass it back. My customer experience with this, and I can show you. I mentioned earlier that my wife and I, we operate a children's theater. It's a nonprofit 501c3 nonprofit organization here. And anyway, the short version of the story is my wife called me this was a few Tuesdays ago, and she said, hey, listen, the kids in tonight's class, they're all huddled around the director's laptop trying to watch this video clip of this Broadway show, and they're having trouble seeing. And I said, no, that's not going to work, is it? And she said, no, we really need to get a big screen TV in the classroom so these kids can see better. And here's the thing, guys. I did what everybody in a rewards program does, which is I forgot I was in a rewards program. Let me go ahead and just acknowledge something. The 2 big hurdles that rewards programs have always had, there's been a lot of these things that have started up over the years. The 2 big challenges that they always have is that, number one, it's very difficult to get somebody to switch stores. That's the first thing. So you may have had this experience. You sign up in a rewards program with maybe your insurance company or your mobile company or something, and you go to the website and you're like, all right, I get rewards for shopping online. Let's see, where can I shop? Oh, Bob's department store, right? Or, oh, I don't get to go to Apple and Best Buy. I got to now go to Radio Shack or, Joe's Appliances. It's very difficult to get somebody to switch stores. Why? Because these stores have spent millions of dollars to create brand loyalty. You want a tablet, you go to Apple. You want a Samsung or an LG widescreen television, you're probably going to go to Best Buy or something similar. Ladies, you don't want to go over to Eleanor's makeup company. You want to go to Sephora, right? Or Ulta or MAC or something. I mean, like, we all got our special stores that we love, and we're not going to switch from them. We're just not. So that's the first reason why most of these rewards programs have struggled, is they don't have the top tier retailers that we all know and love. And you're not going to get me to switch from Best Buy to buying stuff at Radio Shack. I'm just not going to do it. Okay? That's the first thing. The other thing is people forget they're in a rewards program. And this is what happened to me. My wife called me and she said, hey, we need a big screen TV in the classroom. And I did what everybody in a rewards program does. I forgot about Doobly. I forgot. But what did happen, and I won't share my screen, I'll show it because it did the same thing you just saw John do when he looked up Nike. I told Jessica, I said, I'll go online to bestbuy.com. I'll grab a TV and we can pick it up tomorrow. She said, that'll be great. And I totally forgot about Doobly and the rewards program. I typed in bestbuy.com. I went to the Best Buy website, and the moment the page loaded, that toolbar kicked in. The little thing slid open. It's not a pop-up. It's actually on their website. It slid open and said, you get, I can't remember what it was. It was 7 or 12% cash back. It was one of the two. I bought a 46-inch widescreen television. I bought an Apple TV. I bought a couple of HDMI cables, and I bought a couple other things that the theater needed. And I checked out, and the next day I had $62 in my cash back account. Now, I'm going to say something that may sound slightly arrogant, and I do not mean it that way, okay? I'm just trying to make a larger point. It's simply this. $62 is not going to change my life. Okay, my wife and I are blessed to make a tremendous income. We've been in this profession for a long time. $62 is not going to really change my life, but as a marketer, as an entrepreneur, I sat there in awe. And because I can think of several million households whose $62 would change their life. And here's the beautiful thing. I didn't have to switch stores. I bought the TV I was going to buy anyway, from the store I was going to buy it from anyway, and I paid the price I was going to pay for it anyway. I didn't have to change my behavior. Guys, altering consumer behavior is expensive. It costs millions of dollars for McDonald's to get you to turn left into their driveway instead of right into Burger King. You got to have deep pockets to play that game. Doobly has circumvented all of that, because instead of getting people to change their buying habits, we simply let people buy from where they're buying anyway, and they get cash back for free. When I saw that $62, John, man, all I could picture, wouldn't I like to have about 1,000 customers with that toolbar installed come Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving in America, and all this online shopping that's getting ready to take place over the holidays? Wouldn't I love to be earning a percentage of all the cash back being spent online, because people want to get free cash back with Doobly? When I saw that, and then of course John's got some other things he wants to share with the actual network marketing side, particularly one thing that really got my attention about the top rank. When I saw that, it was all just a matter of getting the details, and I made a very fast decision. So the customer experience, guys, here is something. This is a consumer-driven opportunity. This is not about you as a business going to businesses to try to get them to do something. This is all about helping average people all over the world, in every country on the planet, can have access to this simple tool and allow them to get free cash back. And every time somebody does a little bit of that shopping and they get a cash back, a little bit of that money, a fairly significant portion actually of their cash back, is also not just paid to them, but actually paid to you. And so let's get into that some, John. Let's talk about what's it mean. Now we know what the product is. Now we know what value we're doing for the millions of people who will love this and who do love it. What's it going to look like to us as entrepreneurs to be the person introducing this?
Yeah, well, it's going to look really nice. I'll tell you that. I'm going to share my screen again. Let's do this. So as you were talking about electronics, Tony, just before I get off into the world of business, okay, you were talking about electronics. You and I are both into like technology. We mentioned, here's Apple and Best Buy, right? Like right here. Here's Best Buy. It's 7%, by the way, for Best Buy. But I was just browsing through this. Here's Beach Camera, right? Here's Canon. Anybody ever heard of them? Here's Case Logic. Here's where's the other one I was just saying? Crutchfield. You ever spent money on Crutchfield? Here, let me make this a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Okay, so right here's Crutchfield. I'm into like home theater stuff and all this. Crutchfield's already giving you good deals, right? And here's 9.5%. I didn't even know they were in here. I had somebody sign up as a customer yesterday that said, "Oh my goodness, there's the personalization store or something where you get personalized, I guess, promotional items for your business." I don't know what they are, maybe like a accessories thing or something. I don't know. But they're like, "Oh my goodness, I spent hundreds of dollars there," right? So this is great. How do we make money on this? Well, when a customer gets cash back, guess what? You as the person who referred that customer on the business side now, okay, you as the business rep get 25% of their commissionable revenue. So in other words, customers getting cash back, and you're getting on top of that, not out of their pocket, okay? They don't even see you, but you're also getting a commission on that because you signed up the customer to go get free money. So there's some free money in there for you too. You see how this can get huge? This is big, my friends. Now, if we move into the business side, okay, here's the company that's driving this whole thing. Here's what the customer doesn't see. Doobly Network. Okay, right here, this is Doobly, right? We're going to go, and let's just go to the home page. Okay, I've seen enough. I want to buy, or I want it for free. Sign me up for free. Look at this. Here it is. This is I saw this because a lot of us have seen what tech problems can be online. The guy who's the chief technology officer for this company is the guy who programmed Bing for Microsoft. Okay, so there's no lack of funds or tech ability here. Here's the sign up form. Takes 10 seconds of your life and zero money to do it. Pick a username. What's your email address? Pick a password. Where do you live? Click. Done. You got the customer for life. That's how simple this is. Now, we go over to the business side. Okay, why is this such a big deal? Well, let me show you this. Tony, let me show you something right here. There we go. Doobly Network. Let's take a look about this company here real quick. So who we are, headquarters. First of all, the company's multinational. 3 main headquarters, one in USA, Fort Lauderdale, one in the UAE, right? One in Berlin, Germany. Okay, so this company's gotten traction mostly in the Arabian and Indian markets and in Europe. And now they've opened here in the US, and for good reason, right? It's the largest consumer market in the world, right? So who is Doobly Network? I just wanted to show you just a couple of the people here. Board of directors. So this guy Blas, 15 years in Microsoft. He brought Microsoft to the Latin American market. He's a billionaire. Okay, so he put his name on this for good reason. Michael Hansen, here's the guy who I got to meet, and who Tony and I will be having dinner with in Dubai next week. He's got the largest villa on that man-made Palm Island out there. So we're all getting together out in Dubai. That's Michael Hansen himself. He's the guy who, like the idea guy, I guess. Lester, here's like a investment type. Looks like a happy guy. I don't know too much about what he does, but anyway, we're talking about multiple billionaires behind this, and there's a good reason for it. And I'm going to show you what that reason is here in just a second. We get into the opportunity, and let me just show you what it takes to get started. I mean, this is a joke, right? You click Join Now, and when I say it's a joke, it's because I'm accustomed to high-ticket, hardcore, direct sales kind of stuff. Okay, when I saw this, I was like, you got to be kidding me. There's something for everybody here. You get started by filling out the application, right? So let's go ahead and make this a little bit bigger. Okay, what's your name? Where do you live, right? And here are the fees. $99 is your one-time licensing fee. You are now in the business. You've got some packages here. This one right here, I'll show you this. So here's the licensing fee. You got this package here and this package here. These are VIP memberships and trial VIP memberships. Well, we already talked about what a VIP membership is. Okay, that's the $99 a year, gets you the whole experience, right? The maximum cash back, the ability to refer a friend and get a $20 kickback like Tony just showed you that he got, right? You get a package of 10 of those, or you get a package of 100 of these trial VIP memberships, which are 30-day trials. So it's just a different product, okay? But this is product packages. This plus either one of these is about $600. Okay, and you got some product, you got a license, you're in business. What we've all done is what's called this Team Leader Accelerator. And what this does is for $24.75, you get more of these, okay, so you get more product to start with, and you can resell these. You can use as samples for friends, family, whatever. Again, you want people on this program, as they get cash back, you're getting commissionable revenue. You get that? I'd be happy to give my mom here's a $100 membership, Ma. Go have fun shopping. Fine, right? I'm going to make way more than that. The average VIP member gets $500 a year in cash back. Now it gets better. It gets better. Watch this. Watch this. For $24.75, you also get what's called the partnership training. And what a partner is, okay, let's say that Tony, for example, he owns or is the manager, or I don't know, whatever the title is, Tony, of a nonprofit. You've got the theater company, right? So let's say that the theater company wants to raise money, as a nonprofit organization, or a church, or a school, right, or what have you. They can sign up as a partner of Doobly. Now they can have that same Doobly technology branded to them, and now they could say, instead of asking people to put their hands in their pockets and take out money to come to the pancake breakfast and spend $20 so that the church can raise funds for the charity or whatever. Hey, don't take any money out of your pocket, Mr. and Mrs. member or congregation or whoever you are. Just sign up for free in our cashback deal, and we're going to get money every time you do whatever you're doing anyway, which is shopping online. Don't take any money out of your pocket. Just sign up in our cashback deal. The partner program requires, it's a mandatory training. That's included in the Team Leader Accelerator package. Okay. Also, you get higher commissions. You start with a higher commission level on personal sales when you're in the Team Leader Accelerator package. So this is what we've all done. And there's another huge benefit to doing this, and I'll tell you about that here in just a second. But with this this partner program, which is available for commercial partners, Bob's whatever cigar shop, or Sally's salon, or whatever, you can sign up these partners. There's a lot of money in these partner programs, and to do that, you've simply got to go through that mandatory training. Now, you see these other two here? Don't worry about them unless you've got a store that you want to do a co-branding or a white label deal on. So I would say don't even look at these here. You can always upgrade later if you want. Okay, so right here, $24.75 is the main action. Okay, now what happens? Tony, did you have a comment?
No, I was actually just cleared my throat. Actually, since, if you'd like, you want to see what a partner site looks like?
Oh yeah, go be my guest.
Well, as it happens, because we are a nonprofit, we just got our partner program approved, and it was very, very simple. And here's what it looks like. It looks exactly like Doobly.com, except, as you can see, the Doobly.com logo is gone, and what's there in place is Spark Theater Company. So, as a theater, what we're doing is, instead of having kids go knock on doors selling candy bars and selling Christmas cards and doing all the fundraising stuff that nonprofits normally do, our kids are basically going home and telling mom and dad, hey, download this free toolbar. There's no cost to it. If you want to upgrade, you can, but here's some cards. You can share this with your friends. If we could get, say, 1,000 people in our city download this toolbar, our nonprofit organization, fundraising, basically every time these people do any shopping online, a portion of their cash, no, actually it's not a portion of their cash back, they get their full cash back, but Doobly also sends that commission to Spark Theater Company. So anyway, I didn't know if you guys had actually seen what it looks like once the partner program goes live and it's a proper private labeled site. But like, you look at this and you'd say, wow, Spark Theater Company actually has their own in-house rewards program, when in reality all we've done is Doobly's allowed us to put our logo on their service. And it's a free service for nonprofits. And the nice thing is, the person who enrolls the nonprofit, they also make money. So it's definitely an income stream for the business associate as well.
That's really beautiful. I had not seen that yet, Tony. That's cool. So yeah, and the commercial or nonprofit partner is actually in for 30% of commissionable revenue, and then you, as the guy who signed up that partner, are in for a 10% override on their database. On their database. Let me just show you this here, because I'm gushing enthusiastic over this partner program. And again, we're only a couple weeks into this, so we're all learning together here. And that's important for a reason. I'll show you that here in a second. But let's say that, and I don't have the chart in front of me, but it was something like a 100,000 person database. Okay, so let's say you got 100,000 people in your customer database for your company, your storefront, your corporation. And it's about something like 12,000 a year. So 12K a year. Again, it's free for the nonprofits and the schools and churches, but let's say 12K or 13 or whatever it was for a partnership program. You're in for 30%. They showed how 80% of, statistically, 80% of people who sign up for free go to paid. So they upgrade to the premium or the VIP. The average VIP is getting something like $500 cash back per year. They did the averages on a 100,000 person database. The yield to the partner was 1.5 million. How's that sound? So give me 12 grand, get 1.5 million out in the first year. That's a pretty strong offer.
That's a
Oh,
good
and don't
deal
tell your people to, what was that?
yeah, that's a great deal for businesses, and nonprofits are doing it for free. It's awesome.
Right, right. So maybe you don't have 100,000 people in your database. Maybe you are Sally's Salon. You got 1,000 customers that come in for a massage once a month or something. Well, what about the other 30 days a year, right? How do you monetize that? Okay, so you monetize it very, very nicely here. So anyway, there's that. Now here's the thing about this comp plan. Okay, because again, a lot of us aren't big fans of MLM per se. I'm accustomed to what's called going wide, right? John makes lots of sales, and John makes money, and people can duplicate, they could not duplicate, they could do whatever they want, okay? But I've never been like a big MLM guy, you know, with big, huge organizations and stuff like this. Well, when I saw this, it changed my outlook on that. The way this company put this comp plan together, and here I am drawing circles, all right? But anyway, 5 people. 5 people who are participating fully and become what's called a vice president. Our friend Christian got to vice president in 27 days. Okay, just below that is what's called a sales director, which I did in 2 weeks. Tony did in like 2 weeks and 3 days. So I beat him. Thank you. Below that, you've got what's called a team coordinator, and below that, you've got a team leader, or also known as a team leader accelerator. Remember what I showed you here? Team leader accelerator, 2475. That's the entry point for virtually all of us. Well, right there, there's the rank, right there. So we're not talking about going crazy here and having to sign up 10 million people. Okay, 3 TLAs makes you a TC, 3 TCs makes you an SD, 5 SDs makes you a VP. I'll be a VP this month. When you have 5 VPs, you've maxed out the comp plan. I intend to do this in October. Okay, when you have 5 VPs, you've maxed out the comp plan. Never mind going 10 million people wide. Okay, just how people go ahead and create TLA sales, which turn into team coordinators, which turn into sales directors, which turn into VPs. You got 5 VPs, you've maxed out the comp plan. You're what's called a senior vice president. And what the company has put in place for this expansion project is their house program. You've probably heard of car programs where you're going to go and you're going to get the hold on, I'm going to come on camera here in a second. You're going to go and you're going to get the BMW lease, and because you're so hot, right? We're going to give you a car, right, for 2 years. That, by the way, is a liability. Well, here the company says we want this marketplace. We're taking it at any cost. We'll throw money at you. We'll even throw houses at you. Let me show you, and we're not talking about timeshares here. I've never seen this in my life. Let me show you this. I'm going to pull up a video. This is just a little 2-minute sizzle video, but you got to see this. Let me adjust my mic. Watch this.
Doobly Network, the largest e-commerce direct selling company in the world, is pleased to invite you to one of the world's most desired treasures, Grand Cayman. Welcome to an alluring and exclusive destination rich in natural wonders and magnificent beaches. Up to 60 feet above sea level, situated in the unspoiled waters of the Caribbean, Grand Cayman is a true tropical paradise, known for its brilliant coral reefs, underwater seawalls, and numerous shipwrecks. Grand Cayman is the ideal spot for fishing, snorkeling, and deep sea diving, as well as more adventurous sports like jet skiing and kite surfing. The lush surroundings and spectacular sea views attract high-profile celebrities and millionaires from around the world. With no taxes, Grand Cayman is truly a heavenly retreat from the bustling world, which will seem far away. The captivating attractions of this secluded island kingdom are crowned by the gated community, Doobly Golf and Beach Resort, an elite residential oasis created exclusively for the vice presidents and senior vice presidents of Doobly Network. Located at the north side of the island, in an area known as Millionaire's Row, just a short walk from the famous Rum's Point. These luxurious condos and villas are offering first-class facilities, and many homes with fairway views to our private golf course. With private beach access, the white powder, soft sand, and turquoise water is only footsteps away. Dubli Golf and Beach Resort represents the most privileged lifestyle possible on one of the world's most desired destinations. As a valued member of the prestigious Dubli Network, you can enjoy the unique and picturesque delights of Grand Cayman from the comforts of your private gated Dubli Golf and Beach Resort getaway. Join today and learn how you can get your luxurious getaway.
All right.
John, I gotta have the robot guy.
Yeah.
Gotta have that.
That little robot guy, I think is just really stupid. But hey, it's selling, man, and you know, who cares what I think about it?
He's our version of Travelocity's little roaming gnome guy. He's corny, but he makes a lot of money. Hey, let me speak to something real quick. Because
Go ahead, Tony.
I have been the guy who, for years, I just think car programs are some of the most gimmicky things in the industry. And if I was in a company that had a car program, you know what, I'd find something good to say about it. You know, because I get why they have them. It's an easy way to get people to go for something that's tangible, and now they've got this daily reminder of what they've achieved. The kind of the dark side of that is that, well, now what this person's also got is a car payment, because it's not really the company giving them a car. It's the distributor has to go down to the car lot and qualify for a loan or a lease in their own name. And if they no longer qualify for a car bonus, or if that company goes out of business or whatever, or changes the comp plan, well, guess what? The guy's still got a car payment. And I'm not saying it's good, bad, or right, or wrong. I'm just saying it's never really been something that I was really fired up about. They're a little gimmicky to me. So when I look at Dubli, and John knows me. John Levine and I have known each other for 9-10 years or something. He knows how I am about that stuff. He was very clear. Tony, we're not talking about a lease. This is not a timeshare. They will give you the title to a 4,500 square foot home on the north side of Grand Cayman. Now, I've been to Grand Cayman. It still stands alone as one of the most remarkable islands I have ever visited in the Caribbean. And I just got back from 8 days in Aruba and Dominican Republic, and fantastic. I love the Caribbean. I like the Eastern Caribbean. I like the Western Caribbean. I like Grand Cayman. I like Jamaica. I love all that. But let me tell you something. Grand Cayman, there's some exclusivity about Grand Cayman. Like, for instance, did you know you can't fly into Grand Cayman unless you're on a round trip ticket? If you don't own property there, their whole thing is, hey, come to Grand Cayman. Just make sure we know you're leaving. Come and spend your money, but make sure we know you're leaving. This is an exclusivity type place. This is an island where they're very protective. And let me tell you something. It is not the easiest thing in the world. I suppose if you have tons and tons of money, you know, you could buy property down there and be a resident and get around some of that. But how much better is it to have a company say, bravo, you became a senior vice president and you did it in less than 30 months. Here's the deed and the title to both the property and the house. Let me tell you something. I looked at the pay plan, and I just don't think they know what to do with us, John. I mean, the company's been around, and Michael Hansen's a sharp guy. But when I look at that pay plan and I see this big whopping 2.5 year, like they give us 2.5 years to do, I looked at the pay plan. I said, that is not going to take 2.5 years. That's a good 1 year goal if you want to take some time off. And now I'm 3 weeks in at the time of this recording, or live if you're watching, 3 weeks in, and I'm thinking 6 to 8 months. And maybe I'm wrong, but here's what attracted me to it. And guys, you saw the ranks there. Can I just be totally candid with you guys? I hate talking about pay plans, because in order to communicate pay plans, you got to use all these weird rank titles and points, and it's hard to tell somebody not in a company how a pay plan works without using a bunch of jargon. And John, you know how it is. These companies we've seen over the years, it's like, Yes. Well, if you've got 18 BV per month, but your group's got a total of 600 BV, 600 GV, and then all of a sudden, if you break 3 directs, now you're a Ruby. But when you get 3 Rubies,
Yeah, that's why I'm in direct sales and not MLM. Right.
Yeah, it's like you sit there and you go into a coma. It's like, oh, now you're going to be an intergalactic commander or something. Here's what you got to know about this pay plan, guys. This is an idea that everybody says yes to. They either get in at the TLA level, which is ideal. They come in at the TM level, which is still a good deal because they're taking action and they're in the game. Or they sign up as a customer, which allows them to get a lot of cash back and make $20 bills for referring some friends. But I don't know that I've actually had an actual conversation with somebody who looked at this and said, no, that's not for me. I think maybe one person who arguably she may actually not really be quite right in her cognitive facilities. And I'm not trying to be facetious here. My point is, who doesn't want cash back, right? And when you look at the pay plan, and it's like, okay, well, how much do I make if I sell a TLA? Well, the answer is it depends on your rank. But when you come in at the TLA level, the answer to the question was you make $250. I'm like, oh, okay. So $250. And they said, well, not really. It is $250 and it's not. I said, well, what is it? Well, it's $250, but they also give you a $1,500 bonus when you sell a third one. So when you sell your first TLA, boom, $250. That's great. That's fantastic. But it also starts a little clock ticking. It's a 30-day clock. And if you enroll a second and a third member at the TLA level before that clock winds down, they will give you a $1,500 bonus. And I was thinking, well, that don't take 30 days. That's the work of 24 hours. Well, let's go get 3 people. So I went and got 3 people. And sure enough, I made $750 on those first 3. And then I got this $1,500 bonus. Guys, that's $2,250. And all I did was introduce this to 3 people who got it. Listen, if I learned anything about anything in the last 20 years of this profession, it's this. You can make a lot of money if you can show people how to knock out their 2 biggest monthly payments working part-time from home. And for most people, that's their house payment and their car payment. Now, let me tell you something. If it took you all month long to sell 3 TLAs, what business have you ever been in where you actually could say, hey, I was in profit in my first 30 days and I had created a $25,000 a year income, annualized income in the first month? But it gets better because after you knock out those first 3, well, they give you a raise because now you've gone up in rank. Now you're making, what is it, John, 300 and something? You make like 375 now per sale.
Yeah, 15%. You go from 10 to 15, then 15 to 20,
yeah.
25. Right.
Well, like at the level I'm at now, I'm getting something like $500 a sale, and they're still giving me a $1,500 bonus every third sale. I think I've tripped that bonus now something like 12 or 13 times. So, and by the way, that's how it works. It's every third sale, as long as it's within 30 days. So every third sale, it's another $1,500. My friend, you've never been in a business that was something so brain dead simple that consumers could not say no to it, where you were going to be able to market something that people were going to do anyway. They're going to buy their iPads. They're going to buy their Kindle Fires. They're going to go get their big screen TVs, and people are going to go to Sephora and get their mascara. You know, this stuff's going to happen, whether you're in Doobly or not. The only difference is if you're in Doobly, you get to get a piece of that. And when you introduce other people to the business side of it, you're making a minimum of $250 at the TLA level every time you bring somebody in, plus that $1,500 bonus every 3 sales. We've got people here, guys, that have never made, I mean, I know them. They've never made a dime doing anything. Well, I mean, let's just be honest. They've been in a half dozen companies, and they've done the juice, they've done the legal plans, they've done the ebooks, they've done the eBay, they've done the blog. I mean, all good companies. Heck, I've made a lot of money doing some of those things, right? But for whatever reason, they just didn't feel like they had all the pieces of the puzzle on the table at the same time, right? And I see these people coming into Doobly Network And I'm thinking of one lady right now, and I won't mention her name, but she came into Doobly Network, knocked out $2,500 like it was falling off a log. It's just not hard for people to get their head around it. And the best part is, this thing is still in its infancy in terms of, as a company, it's been around for 11 years or so. But this particular group, and John, I'm going to defer to you on this. We've got to talk a little bit about the tools that we are bringing to the table as a team, because we haven't even talked about that. And arguably, that is one of the most attractive reasons why people need to get started now instead of later, because there's something that's starting to exist right now that simply will not be the same opportunity in, say, 2 years. So guys, suffice it to say, we've got people here making money that have never made money doing anything, and it's in large part because of the amount of team support that they get from people like myself, John. The person who invited you to this webinar is a member of our team, and there is a huge array of tools and resources at your fingertips so that you can really get to where you want to go very quickly. John, let me turn it over to you and let you talk a little bit about the team resources.
Yeah, thank you. You've given a nice summary of the comp plan, and again, I don't like to sell based on comp plans, because people always like to, in the MLM world, like to say our comp plan is better than your comp plan. But bottom line, like I said before, we've already brought in around $750,000 in 3-4 weeks that we're doing this with no marketing, no sales videos. We haven't even turned on the machine yet. Let's talk about that machine, because the question that comes up for people is, well, of course, Tony, you can make a couple phone calls because you've been around since the Stone Age, and people are going to just say, yeah, whatever you're doing, Tony, sign me up. But me, I don't know. I don't have a big list. I don't know. I failed in everything I've ever done before. Right? People sometimes have a story about who they were yesterday. Well, let me tell you about what's happening today. In fact, that hasn't even happened yet. We're all terribly early in this deal. I mentioned a guy named Matt Trainer earlier. Okay, so let me show you what he's got set up for us, and what's going to be turning on once we get back from Dubai. By the way, I'm getting on a plane. Tony's getting on a plane. Many of us are leaving for Dubai to go have dinner and a big meeting with the guys that run this whole show. Let me just show you that real quick. This is just something we're doing for people who are brand new to give you an exposure to this early. Okay, because we are not even launched yet. Guys, look at this. This is my back office. Again, I'm in this deal 3 weeks, right? Ranking to VP, right? Vice President. So I'm more than halfway through the comp plan. Tony's halfway through the comp plan in a couple weeks, right? Here's that promotional clock we were talking about. Tony mentioned the $1,500. Well, I've cycled that. You know, here I'm working on 16,005. I don't know if you could see this. And again, I'm not looking to sell this, right? You can see this for yourself and make your own conclusions. But I'm working on 16.5, right? By the way, this clock isn't working. Should be 30 days left because I just had another team leader accelerator today. And then the same thing here for the team members, right? You get $300 per cycle. I've cycled that 4 times, right? I've got 4 cycles there, so I'm up to 1,200. Anyway, you get the point. This is big money. It's really lucrative. But here's this summit. Check this out. We're all going. We're all going to this here. Uh-oh, what happened? Hold on a second. Let me get to that events.dublinetwork.com. And for some reason, it's cycling me back to this main page. Well, let me just show you this right here. The guys that are putting on the show. Why would a company be so motivated to give us so much money? Now, I'm not a financial investor. I'm not an advisor. I don't know nothing about stock, and I'm not giving you advice on stock. But if you were to go to Google, and if you were to look at Dubly, D-U-B-L, on the OTC markets, this right here, what I'm about to draw for you, is when this team started, right here. Do you see a difference between this and this? There's a reason for that. And I suspect that it's going to go up. I don't know. I'm not an advisor. But I'm just saying this is what's happening right now. So is it worth it to these billionaires to make us marketers happy? They stand to make billions. Billions. This is a publicly traded company, all right? So that's what this is about. It's not just another network marketing deal. Okay? These guys know how to make money. They know how to lose it, too. And they've taken their licks. right? And they come back, all right, everybody kick in another billion, whatever we got to do. They're going to take America. They'll do it at any cost. Here's why. Okay, so hopefully I've made a point there. So we've got a multi-pronged assault going on over here. Let me show you this. Okay, here we've got this guy, Matt. And hold on, let me grab this. Here's Matt. And he said, let's put this deal together. We're going to do a rotator. So we'll just call this a rotator. Over here, I'm going to do another one over here. Okay, this rotator is for customers. Okay, so for the person saying, I don't know how to sell, I don't know how to market, I need you to teach me stuff. Okay, well, here's Matt. He's got a course that costs 15 grand.
Hey, John, what's a rotator?
Yeah. Okay, so a rotator is traffic goes in the top. This is the public. This is eyeballs. This is clicks, customers, potential customers. They go into, let's say, they go to Google, and they type something like, find me the best deal on the Sheraton in Newark, New Jersey. And up comes the search results. Okay, they went to Google, or they said that to Siri, right, on their iPhone. That's called a long-tail keyword search. Okay, what that means is they're not just searching for Sheraton, they're searching for, give me the best deal on the Sheraton in Newark, New Jersey, right? That's a long-tail keyword. Matt is a guy who knows how to work that Google machine. Okay, he knows how to make stuff show up in front of the customer who just said that into their Siri, into their iPhone, right? What we're going to do, here's the plan, what we're going to do is we're going to take that traffic, we're going to shove Doobly in their face as soon as they get to Google or they get their search results and say, hey, go book the Sheraton in Newark, New Jersey, but before you do, how would you like some cash back? Sign up for free, check out Doobly. Like I demonstrated to you before, 10 seconds, boom, we got them as a free customer. Now send them the price line, okay? And now they can go get the best deal on the cash back and blah, blah, blah. But where do those customers go? They go through a rotator. These are all customers here. And who is receiving those customers? People who are participating in this SEO project, right? We got lots of work to do on the back end. Matt has $15,000 personal coaching training that he's throwing in for people who get started as a team leader, which we've already talked about several thousand times, right? So you get this too on the house. You get to work directly with Tony, me, Jonathan Case, Matt, other people you haven't even met here. In fact, some people you're not going to meet until you're on the inside because they're also very, very high-level people in various companies. They own various businesses, and I'm talking not just in the network marketing world, but throughout the Americas, throughout Europe, some heavy hitters in on this because they see the potential of what's happening here. Let's say we put in 10,000 customers a day, which is a realistic projection. I know that sounds like an outrageous number, okay, but where do those customers go? Where do we put all these customers? Well, they go into the network, right, which is you. You got shares in that rotator. Just participate in this training. Let Matt teach you what we're doing to dominate the search engines. And again, this machine hasn't even turned on yet. And you get part of this action. Okay? Yeah, you could still sign up your Aunt Sally. That's fine. Right? Go sign up your own customers too. That's wonderful. But in the meantime, let the team work with you. Okay? Not a free ride. You contribute, you're rewarded, and you're rewarded richly. That's what this team is about. That's rotator number one. Rotator number two is for the business. Okay, how many times have you seen people online looking for, how to make money from home, make money online, home-based business, et cetera, et cetera. We've got people that are very talented in this area. Okay, so here's customer acquisition. Here is business builder acquisition. Rotator, again, same story, right? Let's test 50 different sales videos, right? Which I guess you could consider this one right now. This is a webinar we're doing, very impromptu, and we don't have any slides or glamour for you, but you get the point, right? Let's say that this video ended up on a rotator, and now here comes traffic, and people are like, yeah, I want to get into that business deal and participate with these SEO crazy people and learn what I need to learn to never have to worry about money again. Great, where do these signups go? We're not talking customers, we're talking business builders. Same story, right? And again, you can go ahead and sign up your own team, and that's essentially what we've got going on at this point because none of this machinery is in place. Once we get back from Dubai, and hopefully I can get that page up. I don't know what was going on with that page, but we're all going to the Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world. We're meeting with billionaires. It's a big big deal going on this week, and I'm leaving it at like 6 a.m. I know Matt's already packing. He's getting on his jet at 4 or whatever. But the point is that we've got something here that you could participate in, learn from the best, and get the benefits of the entire group effort, in addition to your own efforts, which is just the pace that we're running at right now. So without any of this, without any of what I just showed you, we've already brought in hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people on the customer side and on the business builder side. When this machine turns on, it's game over. And we're a week or two out. Again, we're going to be in Dubai for a week. So, you know, I can't give you hard timelines, but there's over 100 programmers working behind the scenes on this now. This isn't something we're doing on a whim. I'll tell you privately that Matt has already put multiple millions of his own money into this. He walked from $40 million worth of SEO contracts to do this, to put his attention on this network marketing deal, and he hates network marketing. Get that. He walked from $40 million worth of contracts on the table. I mean, again, the guy makes over $100,000 a week just doing SEO work, right? So this is big, my friends. This is bigger than anything I've ever seen. I hope you get now why we're losing sleep over this. This is, you know, the word unprecedented comes up. I know that may sound like a, you know, a cliche kind of word that, you know, corporate people like to use, but that's my reality with this. Let me just try one more time just to show you this. Events.dublinetwork.com. For some reason, that's not. You know, let me log out. Let me try it if I log out. Events.dublinetwork.com. You know what? They took the page down. That's it. The event's sold out. That has to be the explanation. But anyway, we're heading to Dubai in the morning. So look, that's the whole show. My recommendation is do what we've done. Get yourself a Team Leader Accelerator package. Get plugged into the group. Right now, your best move would be to right here. Your best move would be, well, everything's whacking out on me here today. What's going on? Your best move would be to do this, and then just invite people to come take a look at what we're doing. You can show them this video. This is being recorded. You can show them, we've got a couple other impromptu webinars that we've done. This one I was thinking would be the shortest and most concise. So far, it's the longest. So that's what happens. That's what happens when we start running our mouths.
Yeah, when John and
Tony and Jonathan back to you.
Yeah, when John and Tony get excited about something, it's difficult to rein it in under 35 minutes. And by the way, what you see there on the screen, I don't know if you're still seeing John's screen or not.
Yeah, it's right here.
Yeah, the 2475 package is what you want. There's larger packages. You don't. That's not required. That's like if you were going after businesses and stuff. The TLA package is where I came in, and that has been the smartest business move I've made lately. Okay. This, guys, is an opportunity for you to have the experience that I'm having, which is to be in the right place at the right time. I told you at the beginning of this webinar, I've been in this spot twice before. The last time was about 2.5 years ago, and it allowed me to go from zero to making over $100,000 a month in 11 months. If I didn't think this was an 8-figure opportunity, I wouldn't be here. I really wouldn't. I am absolutely delighted with the people that are involved. I am delighted with the stability and the size of the company. Can we just be honest? A lot of times what's going on the product and customer side of these MLM companies is not the most exciting thing in the world. You know, I mean, I'm one of those people that are just hard to impress. You know, you show me another antioxidant, another jungle juice. You show me something, you know, it's hard to impress me on the product side, which is why a lot of network marketers have gotten cynical about products. They just want to know, hey, what am I going to do what am I going to get for building a team? But let me tell you, there's people that are making thousands of dollars a day, and they've never enrolled anybody in the business at all. They're just introducing the Doobly toolbar to customers. The opportunity here is unprecedented. If you've never been a network marketer before, we're going to teach you all you need to know about how to be an effective recruiter. But you know what? Anybody can share this. This is the old cliche, like they used to say, John, they used to say, you know, network marketing is just like recommending a restaurant or a movie. And I always laughed at that because I don't know about you guys, but I've never recommended a movie to somebody and then called them up the next day to ask them if they bought popcorn and ask them, you know, tried to upsell them into going to another movie or, or drop somebody into an autoresponder system to follow up to see if they went to that restaurant I told them about. I mean, but this is different. This actually is very much like recommending a restaurant or a movie, because you're saying, hey, where'd you get are you going to get a big screen TV? Hey, here, go to this website, get signed up for an account. You get cash back from where you're going to buy the TV from anyway. I mean, guys, it's a no-brainer. It really, really is. And from the business and the networking side, the opportunity here to run with 7-figure earners to the top of the pay plan in a year and actually own land and a home in the Caribbean, title, totally clear. Let me tell you something. My blinders are on, my head's down. I know what I can do in this business. And the only way that I'm going to get there, though, is by helping people underneath me. This is not, and I'll close with this. There are some pay plans out there where you can get to the top of the pay plan by brute force. You can get to the top through personal productivity. Just being excellent yourself is enough. And you know what? If you can be excellent here, if you can learn what we teach you, if you can apply that, if you're willing to lose a little bit of sleep like we are and maybe have your spouse shoving sandwiches under the door at you because you're going to miss a meal or two, if you really get on fire and run with us, you're going to be amazed at what you can do personally. But what I love about this pay plan is that personal productivity will only get you so far, and then it really does become about helping the people that have partnered with you. For instance, at the time of this recording, I'm a sales director. For me to get to vice president, I have got to find the 5 people that are really serious about becoming sales directors this month. And so that's my goal. I want to be a vice president of the company by the end of this month. And the only way I can do that is by helping pull somebody up the pay plan with me. It won't be enough for me to have a house in the Caymans. I want to have a house in the Caymans, and the whole block is full of people that I'm on a first-name basis with, and we all got here together. That's the game. That's the play here. The opportunity for you and I and John and Jonathan and Matt and Tarlise and whoever invited you here to all run together, for you to benefit from our experience, for you to benefit from all the tools and the resources that we've got here for you to use. And that's the play. Your own house in the Caribbean and earn a 7-figure income in the process. And of course, like every opportunity, your results here are going to depend entirely on your own time, effort, and energy. But I will share this with you. We know how to make money, and we know how to help people make money. So if you're serious about changing your life, if you're finally ready to have all the pieces of the puzzle on the table at the same time, the finest decision you could make would be to hit the button down below, get started, come in at the TLA level, come in at the TM level, whatever you need to do. TLA is better. You start with doubled commissions and a bunch of extra goodies. And we do have some unadvertised goodies that we're going to be sending you once you get started. If you have any questions, get back in touch with the person that invited you here. We will be more than happy to knock out any questions you've got so that you've got everything you need to make a nice, relaxed, informed decision about what's best for you and your family. So I'm complete. Jonathan, anything you want to add real quick before we call it a wrap?
I'm complete.
John Lavinia?
Well, yeah. Let me just say this, because Jonathan is a guy who's known of us, right? He's been participating to whatever degree from a distance with us, and now he's working directly with us on this project. I just want to give a shout out to Jonathan, because I know he didn't have a big role in this thing tonight, except for letting people know how great we are. But this is a great guy, okay? And I can just tell you that Jonathan's a guy who's also seen the struggle side of online and offline home-based business, marketing and stuff. And here's a guy who ranked team coordinator, about to be a sales director, and he's also in, all of us are just in our first few weeks. We're just getting started, and we've done zero marketing. This has just been, Tony, I showed you before, and I don't want to go on another tangent because we could talk for another hour, but I showed you before, and I showed everybody before, just a little bit of the back office and like all this bonus, but that was just the bonus money that I've racked up in just a few weeks. I opened this up 3 weeks ago or whatever on a crappy webinar that we did and said, look, I'm just looking for 5 people, and then I don't even want to sign anybody else up, right? I just want to build the organization. I've already got like 50 people on my front line. How did that happen? I haven't even said a word, right? So we're growing this by accident, my friends. We don't have a bunch of testimonials lined up here for you tonight, but I'm just telling you that if you're ever looking for something that finally works, something that people will say yes to, no matter how uninfluential you think you might be, you've got it. Let us work with you on this, just like Jonathan has. And Tony, thank you. Thank you. You know what? Again, we're going to have better videos. I know this video was long and random, but you know what? We're just getting started. So if you're getting started with us here tonight, wait till we get back from Dubai. We're actually going to have sales materials for you, ladies and gentlemen. Imagine that. So give us a week. That's it, you guys. Thanks for being here.
See you guys.